What's up, everybody? It's your man Abdush-shahid. What's up, everyone? It's your man Abdush-shahid. Listen, first of all, we want to say happy celebration to all those guys out there who's celebrating Black History Month, who's going around actually slaying it to someone, because, you know, a lot of people is just walking around and slaying it. You know, just came back from Vegas, and we had a lot of problems up in Vegas trying to Facebook, so we do apologize. But guess what? We got a special guest. He's gonna make up for all the mistakes y'all guys seen in us Vegas. We got our upcoming producer, my man Tubbs. He's on it. He's killing it. You know, we love introducing y'all guys. You know, these guys that y'all need to make sure y'all follow, make sure y'all support. Brother Tubbs, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on? Hey.
Hey, listen, man, a lot of people out there looking at you right now, man, and they don't understand the grind that you've been going through. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like serious grind, you know? You know, talk a little bit about what got you motivated, and talk a little bit about, you know, how you came to be where you are today.
Oh, longevity. I started. Oh man, I can't even. It's been so long, but put like this in a long, instead of long story, make it short. I started producing since I was in probably like junior high school. Kramer, you know, Kramer Junior High School, Southeast was up.
Okay, what's up, Jun?
And I had a band teacher. His name was Eric Summers, which right now Eric Summers is the head. He's the head band director for Washington Redskins. That was I came up with so many great people, and at the time, you amongst all these great people, you don't know that they great. They just average people to you. I had Eric Summers, Mr. Lewis. We had Mr. White. He was running Duke Ellington, Mo from Class. I had so many people around me that was musically inclined, and I just grasped all that. And you know, I had a friend of mine told me once we got out of high school, and he was like, "Yo, you need to start making your own music," because people used to be mad at me because I could play other people's music, and people used to always say like, "Yo, man, make your own music, make your own music." So
that's what's up.
That's why I started from junior high school.
You know, people, you know, they look at you, they see you doing all these great things. You touching base, you touching, you know, different people's lives, affecting life with your music and whatnot. Tell us, those people out there looking at you right now who wish to get into production, what some of the things that you would tell them?
Education. Learn your roots. That's where where a lot of people messing up at now, because they, you know, a lot of people doing their own thing, which is good. It's nothing wrong with doing their own thing, but anything that you do, you have to have a background. You have to, you know, it's good to start on your own, but you have to have a foundation. Like even when you build, you say, I want to grow some vegetables. You can't just take the seeds and just throw it in the ground and expect for them to. You know, you have to know how to do it, and that's what you have to put yourself amongst some people that actually in that field that can, you know, get you to that next place, like apprenticeship. Me, I always used to be around these people. Everybody that I was around was better than me. Every single person that was around was better than me, and I suck up so much from each one of them, and then it just formulated me, you know. So and I'm like I'm good at what I do, you know, and I'm unique, very unique.
There you go.
I remember when the first time I did some music, and I let my my music teacher listen to it, Mr. Summers and Mr. Lewis, and they both was like, I said, yeah, this is a song I did. He was like, okay, I hear percussions, but where the music at? And I was like, that's the song. He said, man, you don't got no music in there. He said, it's only but percussions. So I was so used to go-go. You know, when I went back, because I was in the marching band, I was, you know, I knew I played trumpet. I played saxophone. So I played piano. So all these great people that I had around me, they became famous people, like Mr. Lacey Boyd. He taught Richard Smallwood. That was my mentor. So it's so many people. I stayed in his classroom. So, you know, it's just like when you're around them, like I said in the beginning, when you're around them, you don't know that they're great.
Right.
But then when you look back on their life and the stuff that they did, it was like they was great, and I learned from them. That makes me great.
There you go.
That makes me great.
You know, and that brings us to a Black History moment. You know, and I got to throw it out there. You know, living Black History every day. You're living Black History every day. You know what I'm saying? All those great people that you was around, and they just passing the baton down to you, and here you are. You know, pretty soon people gonna be like, yo, my man Tubbs, you know what I'm saying? Tubbs did this, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Us learning and understanding the people whose shoulders we stand on. The responsibility that we have to take ownership of. You know what I'm saying? We have to take ownership of it. Tell us one of your Black History moments, please.
One of my Black History moments.
Right.
One of my Black History moments. One of my biggest Black History, and not the first, but one of my biggest ones was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right.
2 weeks ago, a friend of mine's, he went to school with me, and what happened was, all of us that graduated we graduated from Anacostia. Okay. And he was the one that he was one behind us. He was one grade behind us. He didn't graduate. He left when we left. He didn't want to stay in school. Okay. So that's what I assumed. Right. But he reached back to me, and me and him got to talking. He said, come on, let's talk, and you know, let's go out to eat and all this, and we did that. And he sat down and he talked to me. And me and him was talking. And he said something to me that just blew my mind, but I always knew it. I said, all of us went to college and played football, did this, did that, and all of us went after what was taught to us to do. Right. But you went after something that you was passionate about. Right. And he became a bounty hunter, and then from a bounty hunter, he became a bondsman. And he started his bondsman business, Cole Bondsman, and to the point that he have over 30 locations around the whole United States. Wow, applaud him. He's the only Black-owned bondsman business. Number one, bondsman's business and Black-owned. Wow. In the whole United States. Wow, shout out to that brother, man. He didn't even finish college. Yeah. He didn't even finish high school. Yeah. And the only thing he told me that he regret was not getting his high school diploma. And I was like, man, you surpass a lot of us. He is Black history. Right. To me. There you go. Because he go a person that is a success. He has his own business, and he's doing good, and he broke records. Black history is people that did it first. Right, right. He is the number one, 30 locations, coming straight from Anacostia, Southeast Washington, D.C. History for me. You know, that's a powerful story. That's a powerful story, brother. I mean, I applaud you on that, man. Yeah, man, that's Black history, man. And let me ask you a question. You also did dab in athletes. You was an athlete. You played some ball in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these young brothers and sisters, they, like you say, go into what people push them to, what they're being taught. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to say about brothers and sisters getting this false impression about being a ball player, being on a basketball team, and how, you know, the ins and outs of that thought, that realisticness, I should say, about that thought? Okay, as far as the young kids nowadays, I always tell them, like, you know, if it's good to go after it. Even when I was playing for Anacostia, I played for Anacostia. We won championship 2 years in a row. And I was on the championship team. I was all in a high everything. So I went on to play for Elizabeth City State University, where they was, before I went there, year before I went there, they was 1-9 till we went 9-0, 10-0, and I was 265 pounds, and I was running the 4.65.
You know, you was pro material.
And exactly, I was bench pressing 400. I was in the 400 club.
Damn.
So I didn't know that was good. I was just trying to stay on the team. To the point I had Raiders looking at me.
Yes.
You know, and they was like, you automatically gonna go to the combine because your size, your weight. I was short. I was only 6'1". I was the smallest lineman on the field. Everybody that was on our front line, but 2 people went professional football, played professional. You know what I'm saying? So I got hurt. That was the only thing that stopped me. But one thing that my teacher told me, my band teacher, Mr. Lewis, told me, he said, when football is gone, when all this stuff is gone, no one can take the music from you.
Right.
And that's what stood with me from, that was the only thing that I had left over when after football. So when these kids nowadays, you know, you have to have more than just that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If it's academics, if it's something that you love to do, to me, we are all entrepreneurs. It's just up to the parents to push the kids out there to lead them that way. If they ain't led that way, they're not going to know. So nowadays, you know, kids is not they kind of mimicking what they see on TV, on social media, whatever like that. So I mean, the thing I tell a kid is, if you good at that, do the best that you can do. Right. But always have something else to fall back on, because trust and believe, my physical got me to college. Right. But when I got hurt, my mental, far as like what was up here, didn't keep me in college. They was like, listen, we had you for your physical and what you can do. But when you got injured, it was time to leave. Yes. That's when I learned my biggest lesson, to being like that. You have to have more than the ability to be on that field, that basketball court, or something like. You have to have a plan B. You have to put something up in your head, because if you don't, you know you bound to lose.
You know, I just want to say, man, you know, listen to you. You know, there's so many stories going on. I can see why you're a producer, you know, because you got like tons of stuff up there. I'm like, just listen to you. I'm like, that's a story. Man, that's a story. Yeah, that's a story. You know what I'm saying? Like so many stories, so much motivation. Like, you know, and people need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I applaud people, like you said, the youth. At a certain point, you have to utilize your youth, right? At a certain point, you have to use your wisdom. And, you know, the scriptures talk about when you're a child, you think as a child, you do as a child. When you become an adult, you put away. You put away those things, right? And this is what we have to understand. The youth today, twerking, doing what they're doing, we get it. But at some point, you have to get serious what is going around you and your family. And you have to understand that you are here to take care of your parents. At a certain point, your parents not going to be able to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be prepared to take care of your parents, or you're going to let somebody else take care of your parents. And you're not going to be happy about that. You know, you told us some drama as well. I don't know if you want to share that on the camera with people, some situation that happened to you. You want to share that?
I don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
My life is an open book, man.
Drama.
My life is open. Because, see, listen, when you hold back, I get a lot of people tell me, Tubbs, you talk too much, you tell too much information, you give people too much of you. But it's not for me, it's to help someone else. You know what I'm saying? I know that. Like, it's like my testimony. You know, if my testimony could help someone else, then why not share it? Because you be truthful. You may be helping somebody else. I have people come up to me that I don't even, that watch my show, and I be like, you know, oh, okay. And I'm not knowing that they watching it. They'll come up to me and start talking, and I'm saying in my head, like, I don't even know this person. So I act like I know. I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. So I know it's helping the people. So, I had got shot. you know, when I was I was in college and I came home from my home visit, and all I was doing was just, you know, came from my home visit, and I had got shot, you know, in Southeast, you know, and that did it, you know, 7 times.
Seven times. You know, and you know, I'm just saying it's a blessing, man, because these guys don't survive one time. If you don't mind me saying the caliber.
Of course, yeah. I mean, 45. I got shot with a 45.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And people,
7 times.
People, I just want to let you know.
You know what I'm saying?
I just want to let you know the caliber of a 45, man. You know what I'm saying? That's amputating
hey,
you.
Listen,
you know
I didn't know. See, this what I said at first. When you don't know, but when you live it, that's what happened. Like, I remember the doctor telling me. When I here in DC where I got shot, it's the norm.
Right.
So they know, okay, they did whatever, they surgery, this and that and this. So when I went back to school and I get down there and I had one bullet still left in me and I had to go get it removed. Right. And when I go to get it to remove, they was like, so what did you get, what kind of bullet did you get shot with? I said, it's a 45. And he was like, nah.
Right.
So he from North Carolina. This a doctor from North Carolina. He was like, nah, he ain't get shot with a 45. And you talking, you hear, and I don't know. I just know. I mean, you live in D.C., you get shot in the bullet. I mean, it's a shot with a bullet. He was like, man, you get shot with a 45. Maybe a 9, but not a 45. I said, no, it's a 45. It was like, all right, we'll see. We about to do operate. We about to operate on you. I said, all right, cool. So man, when he removed that bullet and they hit the thing, I heard it say, ping.
Yes.
Oh my God, oh my Lord, oh my God. And then he said maybe the bullet was, the gunpowder was bad or it wasn't strong. Do you know what a 45? And I was I was like, and it was like years, like tons of years later that I realized what really caliber. It was like back then I was like, okay, I see people get shot all the time where I grew up at. That wasn't, you know, but what really made me, I never was in shock about what happened to me. Right. When I got in shock was when Sean Teller died. When Sean Teller died, that's how I got, that's where that's where one of the bullets hit me at. It hit me in my artery, and what it did in my main artery, it went in, came around, and set on top of my main artery, and it put a stain. You know, the bullet hot, so it stained it. So they said if it would have pinched it, and I remember the doctor saying it. He said if it would have pinched it, it's nothing we could have did, and where the artery where it hit you at, it's nothing we could have did. You would have bled to death. You would have died. And I remember him telling me that. That's what 45s do, bro. And when he told me that, like this was in 91, 92 when it happened. But when Sean Teller died, this was many years later. And when he died, and they told me how, they say the bullet hit his main artery and he bled to death. And he died. That's when I started shaking. Oh man! And I was like, wow, cause now I understand. Yes. And that's why I say through time, when you really get to understand in life, these kids and everything, the stuff that they do, they gonna look back at their life and say, wow, I was in that. Like you in dirt, you in mud, you don't know you dirty. Yes, my brother. If a pig don't know he dirty, he's in the slop. But as you take him out and clean him up and keep him away for a long time. He gonna second guess him to go in that mud, even though that's in his character to go back to the slop. Man, brother. He gonna be like, I've been clean for so long. I don't want to get my calf. I want to get my hoofs dirty. So that's what I say. Us as kids, man, kids do grow up, but some of us is not learning. And what they learning is the big mistake when they end up getting killed or something like that. Look, man, that's powerful, man. I mean, and like you say, 7 bullets, 745. I mean, like there's people
45 is meant to.
I'm still
You know
walking.
what I'm saying? Still walking,
Don't
still
have
help.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
no problem, no
Man,
none
it's
of
a
that.
blessing, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a blessing. Listen, before you go, real quick, let people know how they can support you, man. I want to talk a little bit about your show. The name of the show is so powerful, man. I mean, like, we got to get this brother to come over, man. We got to, like, flatten his tire or something to keep him here. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell us a little bit about the name, how you come up with the name, please.
Okay. My show is called Round One Radio. Round One is pronounced round, but it's really pronounced Roand. It's Roand.
Okay.
So it's an acronym for Rulers of a New Day.
Wow.
So that's my Rulers of a New Day.
I love that.
I was sitting here trying to figure out how I'm gonna say it. I said Roand. I said Roand. I said that don't sound right. I said no. I'm gonna pronounce it round.
Okay.
Round One.
Okay.
So that's how us black people do.
Yeah,
we take the slang word, we switch
yeah,
words up. So Rowan is Round One Radio, and it started. I had it for a while, but I have a production company called Ghetto Five Production. That's my production company.
Okay.
And Round One Radio is the radio station, podcast, and that is still in effect. It's up and running.
Okay.
It's just that I had started that probably about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years ago, and it's doing good. It's doing good. It's
man,
just,
it gotta be doing good.
Yeah.
It's you, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
man. It's doing good, man.
It's you, man.
Yeah, man.
It's you, bro.
Yeah.
So, give us like some contact information, YouTube,
Okay.
Facebook, and all that stuff.
Round One Radio. That's on Facebook. Also, Rodney Tubbs. That's my name. Y'all can look it up. Big Tubbs. You can put in Big Tubbs, it'll pop up. But Big Tubbs on IG. Also Ghetto Five Production. Ghetto Five. You can @ Ghetto Five on Twitter.
Right.
I mean, all you have to do is put up Ghetto Five or even Big Tubbs. I'm that. That's me.
And I just have one question for you, brother. I want that story. When are we gonna get that joint, man? I want that story, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got tons of them, man. You be here for like 50 years.
It's all right. Let me be here for 50 years.
You be out here for 50 years.
Another 50 years, man.
Yeah, definitely. But I do have a clothing, not a clothing company. My wife have a clothing company.
Okay.
And also I have a hair business called Geneva's Hair.
Get out.
And that's on IG too, at Geneva's Hair.
Okay.
I've been doing that for like 8 years.
Cool.
I've been doing real good. So I have multiple businesses. My production company.
Yeah.
I did stuff for all the basketball players from Walt Williams to Stackhouse, Marcus Camby. I did stuff for tons and tons of people. As far as music, I go way back. I mean, I got stuff out there that was Grammys. I got stuff on Grammy Jones that I ain't getting no credit for.
That's what's up,
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to cut that check. You know what I'm saying? I got like 7 Grammys out there that I ain't getting no money for. But yeah, definitely. Anybody know me in the music business? I go way back.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you say Black History, hey, I don't like to toot my own horn.
Yeah, but dude, you it, man.
But if anybody know me, they know.
Yeah.
Like in the city, I'm that. When it comes to that music.
Well, look, again, we appreciate you being here. Appreciate because I know we know you're busy on your production. Anything that ITC TV, with the Veterans TV show, can do to help you do any of your projects, please reach out. Don't be a stranger. Come back. Doors are open for you, my brother.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Once again, I'd like to say to everybody out there, it's your man abdush-shahid. Make sure y'all guys stay tuned. We got more production, and we're gonna be like keeping up with the brother. The brother is hot. Make sure y'all support him. Give him that information one more time, please.
Okay. Big Tubbs on Instagram, Round One Radio, all that on Facebook. You can catch me on my you can even email me at round music. That's ROAND music @gmail.com, or even Ghetto 5 Pro, GHETTO FIED PRO. Just like how I said, Ghetto 5 Pro at Gmail.
That's what's up. Listen, big shout out to our girl Rini out there doing good things in Kentucky. You know, we also want to thank all our area producers out there. We gotta give a big shout out to Diamond, who's not feeling good. So everybody, please make sure y'all send out some positive vibes to Diamond. Also, we have a loss in our family. One of our members, family members, we want to say a big shout out to our in-laws out there. Caroline, we want to say, our thoughts is definitely with you and your family. To everybody out there, big shout out to you guys. Stay strong. Whatever we could do, remember, reach out. We're there. Any last words you want to talk about, man? Any promotions you got coming up?
I got so much to
Come
do
on
all
with it.
day. Well, basically, I mean, like I said, my radio station, that's coming up, and like I said, I am going to be talking with you, doing some more stuff here. But Round One Radio, that's up and running, and that's coming soon. I got tons and tons of people that I'm interviewing, like big people. So I'm putting all this stuff together. That's why I'm taking my time, because once it start, it's not going to stop. So I know I get a lot of people ask me like, Tubbs, come on, man, what you doing? Da, 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 da. I'm like, it's coming, because I'm doing all post-production, and it's going to be live too as well. So that's one of my big things that I'm doing. So I got so much stuff I can't even,
Y'all just
that's
follow
my main thing.
Just follow them.
Just follow me,
Check
man.
them out,
And
man.
also, and what I really want to do is, what I really want to say is this: anybody that, far as producers, and engineers, I'm putting a team together.
There you go.
And trust and believe, this team is going to be real huge. Shout out to my man Raw Facts as well, because he got his thing popping. So I'm looking for producers, and I'm looking for engineers to be underneath Ghetto 5 or to work with Ghetto 5 Productions.
Listen, that's what it's all about, people. Like I said, it's all about teaming up. It's all about working with people. Let's collectively team up. Let's collectively, yes, man.
We ain't gonna do nothing to pot.
Man, please. And I'm a shout out to everybody who shows us we stand on. Y'all know the history in the past, but now know the history today. It's very important to know who is history today, and make sure y'all guys get out and support what is being done today. Let's walk arm in arm. Let's unify Japanese, Chinese, Koreans, Mexicans, blacks, whites. Remember, there's some white brothers and sisters who got killed and got hung with us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to applaud those brothers and sisters. We got to come together and walk and march together. United we stand. Get rid of this division. Stop fearing. Listen, people, I'm getting off my bandwagon. Okay. Once again, my man, Tubbs.
Also, look, tell them like this. Go watch the HBO The Wire. I know it's old, but I've been on the 4th and the 5th season. That's me, Big Tubbs. I've been on The Wire. Shout out to my man T Money.
Yes.
T Money got the CEO. That thing is going crazy.
Yes.
So I definitely want to shout out my man T Money from the CEO. He got his production company. He got his movies up there and running. So I want to shout out to him. And he was one of the cast that we did when we was on The Wire as well.
Oh man. So, as always, keep it in the community. Till next time, your man abdush-shahid. Keep it in the community. And we got some good brothers coming up. We got a couple of veterans.